New York.
I'm here, baby. You're doing a great job. You guys look good out there on the court. Oh.
Oh my God, I'm getting so sick right now.
What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Blewgrass and Bands. I just got something quick for y'all, man. I was going back and I was watching Flavor of Love, man. Flavor of Love was one of my funniest fucking shows. They had these cockroach Flavor Flav, you know, the Playboy used to be on crack, still look like he might be on the rocks a little bit. But he had like about 20 girls starting off. He was hollering at the show and broke them down to like one and then pick one, and then next season he picked another one. So that's neither here nor there. But I was watching the first episode, man. And the first episode, this nigga grabbed every single girl's either they boobs or they ass. Straight on TV, straight on camera. Some of the girls he didn't even talk to or didn't even know. And he's still touching boobies and asses. The whole series, the whole season. And then this brings me to that new lawsuit with The Game. Now, The Game had this girl, Priscilla.
But what he did do is touch my pussy 3 times and told me shut the fuck up before I eliminate you, and then pulled my dress up in front of a crowd of people in Chicago at a club with the lights on and people taking pictures.
Priscilla, she talking about The Game touched her and groped her, and now she wants $7 million. The Game felt like she shouldn't have got any of that money. The reason I say she shouldn't have got any of that money either, because that's the whole format of the show.
People don't understand, man. And that's why I don't want to be a part of hip-hop no more. Because it just ain't right.
Women always, you know, since it's Me Too, talk about being objectified. You know what I'm saying? But on this particular show, they make objectifications out of themselves. You know, they showing their titties, they showing their ass. And that's their whole thing, to rub up on people, to grind them, to get the men's attention. Like Flavor Flav, now I'm looking back at that shit at Flavor Flav. I'm like, that shit is nuts, bro, that he was able to get away with this, and Game got sued off of one chick talking about he groped her. But then when you look into it more, you know, they need to be some guidelines, because females can do this shit on shows all the time and nobody says something. But what Game fucked up with, and this be a lesson to, you know, all you brothers and people, if you get summoned to court, you gotta go to that shit, man. Because no matter what the case is, how much you think is bullshit, you don't show up, that person automatically wins. And at first I was on the Game side. I was like, man, why Game got to pay her all this money, man? That's messed up. She knew the premise of the show. She's chasing a bag. She's a manipulator. You know what I'm saying? She's a opportunist. She had this planned out the whole time. But when you look at the actual facts of the case, he could have possibly won. She could have not got a dime. Maybe even the settlement, maybe $50,000, $70,000 changed the whole culture of the show. Because yes, the culture has changed since Flavor of Love. But you got to show up to court. That's where he lost. Since he didn't show up to court, she got every single dime she was asking for. And he appealed it, still got every single dime she was asking for. And now she's coming after his record label. He's finding ways to finesse it, to not pay her, and putting his money under Whack 100's name and all this and that, doing all these kind of hoops and jumping through all these kind of shenanigans. If he would have just went through the first process and showed a couple of them Flavor Flav episodes that was passed from 10 years of Flav grabbing ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties, ass and titties, the whole time, kissing every single chick, he would have got off. That's the premise of the show. You go on there, have these chicks try to parlay it until they get these club events. They're models. Some of them are strippers. Some are Instagram models. All of them are trying to come up, and they use the way they objectify themselves to get money in their pockets. This way, for Priscilla, this was her whole shtick. You know what I'm saying? She's objectified herself. She's made money that way. Now she was suing Game. All Game had to do was show up to court, and this shit would have been over. So let that be a lesson to you brothers, man. If you didn't do anything, or you didn't, you know, if you were being sued, no matter how silly or frivolous you think it is, how bullshit the claim is, If they put that summon in your hand, just show the fuck up to court. Cause it's like people telling lies on you. If you ain't there to defend yourself, it's the truth. The judge is giving you an opportunity to defend yourself. Don't run from it until after the fact where the judge already says, yo, we're going to go ahead and give it to him because he's not showing up. Now you want to appeal. Now you want to do all this stuff where you're manipulating your funds, saying that you're broke. All your money is going to WAC 100. That's some bullshit, man. You're doing all this shit when all you had to fucking do was show up to court. So I don't have no sympathy for the game. This girl played him. She outsmarted this dude, and she knew he's probably too fucking lazy just to show up to court. You is a millionaire. That could have took an hour out of your day. All you had to do was run the tape of Flavor of Love season 1, episode 1, and say, she signed up for this. This is what she signed up for. And how am I supposed to be responsible for this type of culture when this was a continuous culture that she knew she was getting into? And then it would have been over. And even if she would have got some money, she probably would have got maybe $50,000, maybe $40,000. Hell, you could have took her out on a date and maybe chose her, and she'd have been like, all right, since he chose me now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the lawsuit totally. You know what I'm saying? Probably could have gave it a business. But now she want that money, man. Now you sitting there, you gonna be jumping hoops your whole life, hoping WAC 100 give you that money. Cause say WAC 100 pass away, then his family get that money. His family don't owe that same loyalty to you. His family do not owe no loyalty to the game. So all your money going through him, you know what I'm saying? Why isn't it going through your kids? Why isn't it going to somebody in your family? WAC 100 could just take that money one day and say, you know what? I'm going through a hard time. I'm going to keep this money. This Blewgrass and Bands. Blackball. I'm out.